What's up guys, TC here, and welcome back to Starbound Nightly. In today's update we have a ton of stuff, like we have new blocks, we have new monsters, we have new weapons, all new mechanics, so we're going to jump right into things. First up, we have 4 brand new blocks in the new Nightly, and they're all pretty interesting actually. Some of them are pretty normal looking, so here we have a ledge brick, which as you can see it just kind of looks like, I don't know, these look very normal. Here we have a ridged brick, which is the same thing, sort of, but a little bit different texture. The next 3 here are really strange, though, so they don't have the full texture yet. This one says alien rock, but it's actually a jelly block, and it's not the same as the slime block. I know it kind of looks similar or whatever, but it's actually not quite the same. So it is a new block. We also have a new texture for the brain block, which some people probably didn't know, but the brain block has actually been in for a while, but it didn't have a very good texture. So yeah, it actually looks like a real, like, pulsating, like, brain. It's very nasty looking. And this last one here is brand new. This is called a tentacle block, and this one is one of the coolest looking blocks in the game. It's actually got these, like, eyeballs and stuff built into it, as you can see. Very, very cool. Very nasty looking block, definitely related to that tentacle monster that's in the game now, or that's going to be in the game. So up next I want to show you guys the brand new whip we have, which this is cool because a lot of you know that we had the combat update, but this is a good sign that they're not done developing weapons. Now, this is the first whip that's in the game. There is another one that's in the assets, but you couldn't access it, called a vine whip. This one was called Lucane's energy whip, and as you can see, it's actually a two-handed weapon, and the whips actually have pretty cool mechanics. So basically, they have a range on them, so you'll see it's right about there. That's how far they can go. Anything past that, they don't go any further, but you can whip them close, medium, or pretty far like that. And the cool thing is they actually have secondary effects. Now, I think they're going to have secondary effects, like, specific to them. So this one's called Lucane's Orb. Whip it and it shoots out a little energy blast, which is really cool. And to give you a little demonstration of what this thing, exactly how it behaves, let me set up a little area here. There you go. So I'm going to actually spawn in a couple of the new monsters. First up, we have a tentacle barrier, and we're actually going to spawn in 2 of these guys here. I'm going to give you a demo of how this thing actually works. So you'll notice is these whips appear to be all about accuracies, right? So if you right click directly on the enemy and you get them, you'll see it actually does a good chunk. But if you actually miss, you go through them, but you do reduce damage. So I actually hit both there at 29 damage, or you can just hit one exactly for 115, right? And they also have the secondary effects. The little blast thing does in fact, it does inflict that status effect. It's very cool. There is one more monster. What's it called? It's called a flooper they added. So we're going to kill him really quick. But yeah, he just kind of hops around like a gleep, and he spits these little ice balls at you. Yeah, so it's nice to see they're actually adding new monsters. Next thing we're going to go cover is the addition to the crew. Now, the crew has gotten a big upgrade, so we're going to beam up to our ship, and I'm going to show you guys. It's not quite complete, but it is in its way. So what happens is we now have a whole bunch of crew members you can get, and as I told you last week, you get crew members from colonies. And there's about a 50% chance that you could possibly get a crew member in your colony, and you can ask them to come aboard. And the cool thing now is that we now have a little crew tab here in our inventory, and it kind of lists off your crew, and you'll see they actually have jobs now. So like engineer, this one's a chemist, this one is also a chemist. This one's called a trendsetter, and I'll explain what these are. There's quite a few. There's things like engineers, there's biologists, trendsetters, there's even janitors. And so basically what they do, each one has kind of a little bit of a role and kind of adjust your ship, gives different effects. So engineers actually increase the efficiency of your ship. So you use less fuel. Sometimes they make you, like, you can get to locations a little bit quicker. Things like biologists actually heal, or don't heal, they apply a status effect to you while you're on board your ship. And they can apply several different statuses. Sometimes they give you speed, sometimes they give you jump. Right now they're a little bit bugged and they don't seem to be working, but it was on and off over the last couple days if it was going to work. So, but I wanted to get a video up. But basically that you're just constantly being applied a status effect as long as you're on the ship. So you actually, if you beam down to a planet, you'll actually get to kind of keep that ability until it wears off. But as long as you're on your ship, you get it continually renewed. There's also a medic who gives you constant healing while you're on the ship. And then there's the trendsetter, which I think has been renamed to the tailor. He actually holds this like rose bush. And it's a little bit buggy right now, but this is how we're going to set our crew's outfit. So if you see, these guys actually have on a very similar outfit that I do. And over the last couple days, it bugs in and out. I can tell what they're trying to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but right now it's not quite complete. But I want to show you. Essentially, you'd interact with him, and he puts on your outfit. And as long as you have one guy that's like a trendsetter or a tailor or whatever it's called, then everyone else in your crew actually wear that outfit. And the cool thing is you could, like, say you wanted to have a bunch of red shirts from like Star Trek, you put on a red outfit, go talk to him, turn all these guys into red shirts, and then you can turn back into your old outfit, and they'll keep their red outfit, right? So it's a pretty intuitive and kind of a genius way to handle it. But let's see. Up next, we're going to go and I want to show off the hunger mechanics. So this is something that's been in the game. They've been adding it back slowly. If you've been on the Nightly much, you'll know it's been there. It's just been kind of like slowly getting done. So we're going to hop over to another character that actually has hunger enabled. So just 1 second. Okay guys, and welcome back. This is my survival test world. So the reason I had to change characters is that hunger is now not a default thing. It's actually it's part of a difficulty setting. So on casual, you actually won't have a hunger meter. You still need, like, there's still a benefit for food in casual because it can give you different effects, but in the standard survival mode, you actually have hunger built in, and it just kind of goes down on its own. And once it reaches 0, you'll get a fatigue effect, so you'll kind of move a little bit slower, and you'll actually start taking damage, and you'll eventually die. And the way to replenish it is obviously by eating. Now, there's 2 types of food you can eat. You can eat just plain food you just harvested. So this is like feather crown. You'll find this out and about. And if it's uncooked entirely, like you can still eat it, and you'll eat it here. My hunger bar will actually go up, but there won't be any effects, right? So all the base default foods actually won't give you any effects. You have to prepare the food to get its effects. So over here we have corn cob. Now this is not just regular corn. If you read the description, it says a buttery ear of corn on the cob. So this is a prepared food. So when I eat this, you'll see my hunger bar will refill, and I'll get a bonus effect. So here I actually got a health boost bonus, right? And basically there's more and more advanced foods you can craft. Certain foods will make you, like, some will make you last, like, will have you fill up for longer. Some will have you, like, some of the candies won't last as long. And then they have all kinds of added benefits or whatever, different effects. But yeah, so that's the hunger effect. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. One thing I wanted to quickly point out that I did not remember in the prior part of this episode was there's been a change to our inventory. For those of you who might have noticed it, we actually have a 4th tab now, and this is for crafting materials. So this is actually, I love it because if you guys watch my LP series, I'm always like, my inventory is 24/7 full. So, and with all the new items we get, I think it's about time we get a 4th inventory tab. So yeah, it's actually really good. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what, like, I know this is for blocks, this is for furniture, this is for crafting material, so I'm assuming things like maybe leather and sharpened claw would go there. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Here's how it goes. Alright, yeah, so I use the sort button. Yeah, so this is where you're going to put ore. Yeah, okay. So all of your crafting materials is going to go to this back one here. And this one here is going to be for, like, weapons and stuff like that. Interesting that tree seeds actually go up in the front now. But anyways, so that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please rate, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.